It's Monday, April 10, and time for your Barbados Today morning update. Thanks for joining us. I'm Freundel. Barbados records its sixth murder for the year. 25-year-old Renaissance Cezanne lost his life in the wee hours of yesterday morning after gunshots were fired at his Long Bay St. Philip home. He died on the scene after being shot multiple times about the body, while his 23-year-old brother suffered gunshot wounds to both his legs. Police say Cezanne was at home in his kitchen around 1:55 a.m. when unknown assailants or an assailant fired a number of shots from outside into the house, killing him in the process. His brother, whose name has not yet been released, ran to his assistance and was injured. He was taken to the Queen Elizabeth Hospital for medical treatment. Police are asking anyone with information that can assist with investigations to call the District C Police Station at 416-8200 or Eastern's Police Station at 418-2609, Police Emergency Number 211, Crime Stoppers at 1-800-TIPS or that's 1-800-8477 or the nearest police station. Meanwhile, lawmen continue investigations into several accidents that left over a dozen people nursing injuries, including a 2-year-old boy. The child remains hospitalized at the island's main healthcare facility, where he is receiving treatment for head injuries. The toddler and several other children were reportedly running along a road at Sergeant's Village, Christchurch, when the accident occurred. The other vehicle collisions occurred in Old Berry, St. Philip, where 4 people were injured, Mylors Hill in St. Michael, where 3 people received injuries. 2 were injured at Waterford, St. Michael, and another 3 at Wanstead Road, also in St. Michael. In other news, Prime Minister Freundel Stuart lauds the work of constituency councils around the island. Addressing a gathering at his official residence over the weekend, the country's leader explained that such institutions were instrumental in promoting community spirit. And he says if those councils cease to exist, then the Barbadian society as we know it will vanish.
Barbados is not just an economy, it is a society. And that there are certain aspects of their society which have to be consciously strengthened if all of us are to walk around Barbados and feel safe, if all of us are to go to sleep at night feeling safe, if all of us are to feel that we are part of one another and are responsible for one another. And that is what our constituency councils have been doing at the constituency level to try to create that sense of community and society, which, if not consciously pursued, can vanish almost overnight. Make no mistake about it. There was a time in the history of Barbados when we did not have any society around here. We had an economy. It was an economy based on slavery. Men and women were not seen as human beings. They were seen as instruments of production.
Prime Minister Stuart there speaking to members of the Constituency Council of his electoral district at Ilaro Court, where he celebrated and awarded footballers for placing 3rd in the David Thompson Football Classic. The people of St. Lucie are in dire need of proper housing, better roads and improved water sources. That's according to members of the opposition Barbados Labour Party who canvassed through the northern rural parish over the weekend. BLP candidate for the constituency, Peter Phillips, knocked sitting Democratic Labour Party MP Dennis Kelman for what he says is his poor stewardship after holding the seat for 4 consecutive terms.
Even at this point in time where you have a minister who is responsible for housing, there are people all across St. Lucie who are still crying out for solutions to housing. The problem with the tenantries, they still exist, and it is a crying shame as you hear a minister paying attention, or you see a minister paying attention more so to his personal business rather than to the business of the people that elected him to serve them. Last year we had serious issues with water, and people would believe that it has been fixed. This morning I received complaints again. The water problem still exists in areas like Pickering and so on, water on, water off, and this kind of thing. And the minister can move around, seeming that he has done, where it seems that making himself believe that he has done or he is doing a great job.
Meantime, BLP Chairman George Payne claimed that Kelman failed to assist residents who were tenants under the Tenantries Freehold Purchase Act to own land.
And if you look, you focus on the problem pertaining to the tenants here in St. Lucie who have been affected, or rather who have benefited from the Tenantries Freehold Purchase Act. Mr. Kelman, as Minister of Housing, has not been able to alleviate the problem faced by those tenants in getting their tenantry lots. He can make no excuse. When he was in opposition, he used to condemn the Barbados Labour Party government for their failure to deliver the house lots to the tenants in the tenantries, and certainly this has been a failing on his part. Peter has been a very good representative of the people here in Crab Hill, and right here in Crab Hill, the people in Crab Hill have sort of vented their anger at the minister for not ensuring that their tenantry lots are delivered.
In sports, Pakistan defeated West Indies by 74 runs in the second one-day international yesterday in Guyana. The visitors made 282 for 5, with Baba Azam hitting an undefeated 125 before fast bowler Hassan Ali claimed 5 for 38 as the home side, with skipper Jason Holder scoring 68 not out, were dismissed for 208. Pakistan's victory levels the three-match series 1-1.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Who calling? Get your yams and potatoes. Wait, my girl, how you want to see you for long?
I got how you keeping, but you don't sell the nation paper no more.
But that paper ain't selling. There's months now I stopped selling that. Look, one time I would have made a little dollar on the Sunday sun. But when Sunday night, I still trying to get the weather there.
Well, you know you can't call that the Sunday sun no more. You're going to call that Sunset News. Because at no time that news stale.
People complain that them ain't got nothing in it to read, and the price keep going up all the time. A woman abused me so sick the other day, telling me that she just read Barbados today online for free. I can't take that abusing soul, so I switched to my potatoes and yams.
Well, let me tell you, at pork selling, you got to raise pigs. How much for the yams?
Oh, 75 cents a pound.
But that's cheaper than that stale news. Give me...
How much you want?
A pound.
Only a pound? Anyhow, these eating real good. Let me wrap them up for you. Come.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Regional news now. Thousands of Venezuelans took to the streets over the weekend in protest against the banning of opposition leader Enrique Capriles. Capriles was disqualified from taking part in politics for 15 years. In Caracas, police were forced to use tear gas to prevent demonstrators from reaching the offices of the National Ombudsman. Take a look at what happened.
The images that we're getting from Caracas are very, very violent. We see the Venezuelan National Guard clashing with protesters in some of the major thoroughfares around the Venezuelan capital. The National Guard has been using, as you see in these images, canisters of tear gas and also water tanks to fight the protesters. And again, this is not only happening in the capital, Caracas, but in some other cities throughout the country. And to make a little bit of history, Venezuela has been suffering from shortages of the most basic food products and medicines, and people are very angry and they demand a change in government. But the government of President Nicolás Maduro says that they were democratically elected and they are not about to go anywhere anytime soon, Anna.
And finally, Egypt's president announces a 3-month state of emergency after deadly attacks on 2 churches. The measure allows authorities to make arrests without warrants and search people's homes. The so-called Islamic State has claimed responsibility for the blasts that left at least 44 people dead.
That gives the police, the army, extra powers to make arrests, to search people, and also to detain people for an extended period of time. It's not unusual that it would come after an attack of this magnitude where you have dozens of people killed in 2 different terrorist attacks, as well as ISIS claiming that this is just the beginning. The president also saying that those who carried out this, who helped carry out this attacks, remember, that first one appears to be a package or an explosive device that was left behind. So he's vowing that those people will be hunted down and they will be brought to justice. But he's also calling for calm and unity right now. These sorts of incidents can at times be a source of division as emotions are raw. He's calling for calm and unity and for people to be alert.
And on that note, we come to the end of our news and sports updates, but there's more on our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're also on Isume Media in bus terminals and screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Or you can also tune in to Channel 99 on Flow TV and Mix 96.9 FM for all the latest news and sports. I'm Freundel. Good morning.